This is the Mashvisor Real Estate Podcast, Top 5 Rental Properties this week, episode number 4. Hi again, guys. This is Mike Richardson, Senior Investor Consultant and Product Specialist here at Mashvisor. For those of you who are new to our podcast, Mashvisor is this really cool real estate analytics platform that helps you find the most lucrative Airbnb and traditional investment properties across the U.S. market. Our platform combines the power of industry-leading real estate data with artificial intelligence to allow you to shortlist the most profitable deals in the rental market. We at Mashvisor have turned 3 months of real estate research into 15 minutes. We help you find the top performing rental properties with a few clicks of a button. So welcome to the episode number 4 of our podcast, Top 5 Rental Properties this week. If you are searching for the best opportunities to make money from income properties in the U.S. market, you've come to the right place. I've spent the last 5 years identifying the most profitable short-term and long-term rental properties nationwide to offer to my investor clients. As an investor consultant here at Mashvisor, I begin every week by opening our investment property analysis platform to find these lucrative deals. Mashvisor allows me to use many different filters such as city, neighborhood, budget range, property type, expected rental income, and expected return on investment. So every week, I set up these filters at a few different levels to find the top rental investment opportunities in the U.S. I look at different price points, different markets, different property types, and different rental strategies as my investor clients have varying investment needs and expectations. The one thing that unites all these different properties in their performance, these are rental, which outperform the market in which they are located and do better than comparable rentals. These are properties which will easily generate positive cash flow for month 1 and bring you above average rental on your investment. So a few weeks ago, I started our Mashvisor Real Estate Podcast with the sole purpose of sharing these top performing investment properties with a wider network of interested investors just like you. So before we get into the best real estate investment opportunities across the U.S. market for this week, let me tell you that all these properties are currently listed for sale. Like most properties on the Mashvisor platform, they are MLS listings. You can find the link to each of these properties on our platform in the episode show notes below. By clicking on the link, you'll access not only the property address, description, and characteristics, but also the detailed analysis of these investment potential, whether rented on an Airbnb or traditional rental strategy. And one more thing, please keep in mind that Mashvisor is not in any way involved in the sale of these properties, and we don't make any money from the real estate listings. All that we do is analyze these investment potentials of these rental properties and tell you what their rental income, occupancy rate, cash flow, and rate of return you can expect. So without further ado, here are the top performing properties of this week. Our first property is located in Philadelphia. So to give you guys a little bit of background on the city, it's one of the most diverse economies in the U.S. It has a very strong job market, and it's great for traditional properties. Airbnb can be very restricted in the area, so you want to make sure that you are working with a local realtor if you decide to take that approach. This property's address is 6966 Silverwood Street, and that's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19128. It's a gorgeous single-family home. The asking price is $300,000. It offers 3 beds, 2 baths, and 1,410 square footage. This property stood out as a great traditional strategy property, so I thought I'd love to share it with you. It's in a great location. It's only been on the market for 6 days now. And if you're interested in looking at the MLS ID number, it's PAPH 985124. The potential rental income for the property is $2,298 a month. It has recurring expenses of $834, and that's made up of insurance, if you're deciding to use a management company, maintenance, and property taxes. And the property, if decided to purchase and put 25% down, over our average interest rate at this point, this property will have an outstanding cash-on-cash return of 7.84% with a phenomenal cap rate at 5.85%. So it's a great property for those investors who are looking into a long-term rental opportunity. This property is geared in a location that is specific for traditional properties, and its valuation compared to its list price is actually $299,378. So the property is priced really well compared to the market value or the present market value. Very low vacancy rate. We're talking about less than 10% vacancy rate. So this property will rent out within the first month, and you'll have a great tenant in because it's a great location that you can easily get the property rented. So a great property for investors who are looking into long-term rentals. The second property is in Virginia Beach, Virginia. So to give you an idea on the city, it's a stable economy. It's a family-friendly environment. So we thought it would be great to look at some great opportunities for Airbnb. It's not as expensive to operate Airbnbs in the area, so it's easy to get into lower cost properties. There are some regulations, so we highly advise that you do speak to local management companies to help you through the process. The address for the home is 2325 Seashell Road, and that's in Virginia Beach, Virginia. The zip code is 23451. The asking price is $250,000 with offering you 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,125 square footage. Now, it is a single-family home, part of a complex. The unit number is 207. It's a great, fully furnished property that is a suitable property for investors who are looking into a vacation rental. It's not too far away from the water, so you'll have a lot of people that are interested in renting out the property as a possible Airbnb. It's been on the market only 13 days at this point, with a potential comparable rental income of $4,324 through Airbnb. It has some monthly expenses at $1,710 from insurance, utilities, a great local management company, maintenance, and property taxes. You will need to also add some additional expenses like Wi-Fi and TV, just to make sure that you're offering a great experience for your investors or tenants that are looking into an Airbnb. Now, if you decide to finance this property and put 25% down, you are paying $762 in your mortgage with a 25% down payment. And over our average interest rate, this property will have a 31.52% cash-on-cash return, a phenomenal cap rate at 12.55%. And based off some Airbnb comps in the area, our system has determined that the property will generate a 64% Airbnb occupancy rate. So it's a stable occupancy rate for a vacation rental. You'll be renting out most of the time of the year. The property will generate phenomenal returns. It's very rare that we find a $250,000 listing with over a double-digit cap rate. So this property has right above that double digit at 12.55%. So an absolutely outstanding property. The list price is $250,000, but the estimated evaluation for the property is $247,000. So it's closely listed to market value, but it's a great opportunity for the investors who are looking into a possible Airbnb. So feel free to visit this property on our platform and take a look for yourself. Our third property is in Dallas, Texas. Now, just to give you a little bit of background on Dallas, Dallas is one of the top upcoming markets for investors. It's actually listed as number 4 as one of the strongest U.S. markets overall for a real estate investor. What makes the market great is we've noticed a lot of great growth in the market, and despite the pandemic, most properties in Dallas have grown with over 21% in overall evaluation. Now, keep in mind that Dallas is a seller's market, so there's a lot of competition in the area. We highly suggest that you do work with a local experienced realtor to help you through the process. What's great about Dallas is that it's great for vacation rentals. It is restricted, so you will need a local management company to help you through the process. But I found this great, gorgeous condo in the area listed at a great price, and I thought it would be great for investors who are considering a possible Airbnb. The address for the listing is 2502 Live Oak Street, and that's in City Center District, Dallas, Texas. So it's in downtown, close to downtown, with zip code 75204. The asking price is $212,500 with 3 beds, 1 bath. It has 851 square footage. So it's a great condo in a great location for investors who are looking into getting their property rented out through an Airbnb investment. It has a rental value at $3,995. So we are talking about averagely $48,000 in annual growth for a $212,000 home. So that's absolutely phenomenal. This is a great property for a rental strategy through Airbnb. Now, its recurring expenses are $2,049, yielding a great cash flow of $1,946. If you're going to be an investor who's deciding to finance and you're deciding to put, for example, 20% down, this property will pay off its monthly mortgage at $696 and still cash flow $1,251 averagely per month. Now, that makes us looking at a great Airbnb property. We're talking about an investment where you're only putting 20% down, which is around $41,000, and still able to cash flow over $15,000 in annual cash flow after paying off your mortgage, after paying off all of your recurring expenses like insurance, utilities, management, maintenance, property taxes, and even HOA. So great property with a 66% Airbnb occupancy rate, putting its overall evaluation as an investment of a 30% cash on cash return and a 10.99% cap rate. So this is a property that is a suitable fit for investors who are looking into Airbnb. And what makes it also even better and less risky as an Airbnb investment, it does offer great traditional return as well. Its traditional values at $2,478 in rental income or comparable rental income. Its mortgage is at $696 and its recurring expenses at $1,128. It's cash flowing slightly below $700 with a phenomenal cap rate at 7.62% and a very low vacancy rate of around 5%. So it's a property that you can consider for a possible traditional investment as well if you decide to switch over from Airbnb. Our next property is in Houston, Texas. Now, Houston has always been a primary real estate market because of its large population, the above average population growth, and the strong industry. It's a market that offers great rental value. It's another seller's market similar to Dallas, Texas. So you want to work with a local realtor if you decide to enter this market as a first-time investor. Make sure that your realtor is experienced with investment properties because it is a difficult market. And we've helped you today by finding a great property in the area that is a suitable fit for a possible Airbnb. It's a gorgeous townhome or part of a townhome. The address is 9400 Dolliver Drive, and that's apartment 8. That's in Houston, Texas, and the zip code is 77063. The asking price is $275,000. It's offering 3 beds, 3 baths, 1,670 square footage, putting the average price per square footage at $165. It's a well-renovated, gorgeous property in Houston, Texas, in a great location of Houston. So it's going to be renting out very easily on Airbnb since this area offers great traffic. It's been on the market for 28 days right now, and it's a property that does really well for Airbnb, putting in its rental value at $4,281, so around $50,000 in annual gross for a $275,000 listing. It has recurring expenses of $2,003, putting its cash flow at $2,278. So this is a $275,000 home that, if purchased through cash, will cash flow $2,278 through Airbnb averagely per month. Now, some investors might decide to finance, so you can put 20% down as an example. You'll be able to easily pay off your mortgage at $896 a month and still cash flow a little below $1,400 in monthly income or profit. So this property will generate around $16,000, $17,000 in annual net operating income. It has a cash-on-cash return of 26.27%, with a phenomenal cap rate at 9.94%, has a much more stable occupancy rate based off comparables in the area at 75% Airbnb occupancy rate. As mentioned, this location does bring in a lot of traffic, so this property will easily be able to rent through Airbnb in matters of weeks. So if you're interested in exploring Airbnbs and looking into stable markets, Houston is a great location that you can explore, and this is one of the top properties in the area that's on the market for sale at this point. Our last property of this week's episode is in Chicago. It's a primary market. Now, according to Mashvisor's data, right now the median property price in Chicago is $472,000. So this property that we're going to be looking at is slightly below the average price point, but it's an outstanding property for investors who are considering getting into a possible traditional investment. It's a single family home with address of 2342, and that's in Chicago, Illinois. Zip code is 60612. The asking price is $413,250. It offers 4 beds, 3 baths, with a potential rental income of $2,928. This is a property that will easily pay off its low recurring expenses of $1,208 in cash flow, $1,720. This property has a stable cap rate for its price point at 4.99%, very low vacancy rate. And if we were interested in purchasing this home and putting 20% down, as an example, we'll easily pay off our mortgage, we'll pay off our recurring costs, still cash flow, and have a positive cash-on-cash return. So it's an outstanding, gorgeous single-family home in the city of Chicago that is a suitable fit for investors who are considering traditional, stable investment properties. It's only been on the market for 26 days now, so this property won't be on the market for long. If you are interested in taking a look, it's in the Medical District location. It's a light-filled, modern, open flow home, features great design kitchen. So the property and the pictures speak for itself. If you're interested in looking at the property, you'll find the link to it in the show notes below. So guys, these were 5 of the absolute most profitable real estate investment opportunities in the US market right now. Once again, remember that you can find the links to these properties as well as their investment potential analysis in the show notes. Meanwhile, if you are a beginner investor and would like to get on equal footing with experienced investors who have spent decades analyzing markets and deals, Mashvisor is the platform for you. Our platform uses machine learning algorithms, big data, and artificial intelligence to help you find the most profitable opportunities with a few clicks of a button. Only now you can use our promo code TOP5, and that is capital T, capital O, capital P, 5 to get a 7-day free trial on our platform. And that's not all. After the end of your free trial, you will enjoy a 15% discount on your annual or quarterly plans for life. And this way, instead of paying the standard $50 a month, you'll be dropping the price down to $42 for an industry-leading real estate data and analysis platform. Remember, promo code is TOP5 to turn 3 months of research into 15 minutes. That's all for today, guys. See you next week. Meanwhile, happy investing.